So it's almost the end of the year. So today I'm going to talk about my book and reading goals for 2026. You know how it is at the beginning of the year, New Year resolutions and all that. So these are the things I hope to do concerning my reading and books in 2026. Do you have any reading goals for 2026? I would love to know. So if you're interested to hear mine, keep watching. So in 2026, by the grace of God, I plan to read more diversely. And by diversely, I don't just mean other races, other countries. By diversely, I mean I plan to read not just novels, non-fiction, literary non-fiction, classics, crime thrillers, fantasy, romance, whatever. But I plan to read other things such as self-improvement books, skill acquisition books, even religious texts, textbooks, poems, memoirs, essays, everything that is printed on a piece of paper. If I can get my hands on them and I'm interested in them, I plan to read them in 2026. And I was inspired to do this because I started producing content on YouTube and Instagram this year. So I thought it was all about novels and all that. But then I came across some channels and I was really interested in what they were talking about. They read everything. They read classics, they read memoirs, they read even textbooks, self-improvement books. And one of them was even talking about developing a personal curriculum that is teaching yourself, educating yourself even without being in the four walls of an institution. And I was really inspired by their content. So I've decided that in 2026 I'm going to read more diversely. So my second goal for reading and books in 2026 is that in 2026, I'm going to engage more with what I read in 2026. And the ways that I can engage more with what I read is through reviews and annotations. I annotate usually, but I'm going to do more of that in 2026. I'm going to annotate and annotate and annotate in 2026. And then when you are reading and at the same time you are writing, either annotation or reviews at the end, you get an opportunity to rack your brain and really think about what you are reading and really engage with what you are reading. You ask questions, you answer questions, you disagree with what you are reading, or you agree with what you are reading. So I'm going to, in 2026, try to engage more with what I'm reading. Engaging more with what I'm reading means my reading pace will be slower, but I'm perfectly okay with it. In 2026, it is more about quality and not quantity. That is why one of my goals is not to read 100 books or 50 books. No, I don't have a goal in that area, but my goal is to engage more. Whatever it is I'm reading, I am reviewing it and then I am annotating and stating down my own thoughts. I was also inspired to go this route because of some of the content of more established bookish content creators that I watched, and I totally agreed with what they were talking about. So number two bookish goal is to engage more with whatever it is that I am reading. So my number three book or reading goal for 2026 is to read more of. I'm really going to go out of my way to look for short stories and poems. Back in the day, I used to really like poems. Even when I was in secondary school, I was one of the best students of literature in my set because I really used to engage with poems. I loved poems. Number one, the way they were short, and then in such a short space, you can tell a whole story. So I'm really going to go back to it, looking out, reading more of poems and short stories. So I'm going to, if I go to the bookstore, if I see poems or short stories, those are the first I'm going to pick and I'm going to engage with them. I'm going to read them, God willing, in 2026. So, guys, those are my three. There is not much, just three goals, and then I don't think they're hard to. It's not hard for me to hit my mark. So I just thought I should share with you guys what I hope to achieve book wise or reading wise in 2026. Just as I asked earlier, do you have any goals for 2026? I would love to hear them. Please share them in the comments or chat me up on Instagram at Life Books, at Life Boss Books, rather, Life Boss Books. So I would love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video. Bye. So in an earlier video, I talked about my reading goals, things I hope to achieve in reading and books generally in 2026. So in this video, I would like to talk about what I do not want to see or hear of concerning reading and books in 2026. It is not something I myself is actually doing, but whenever I hear of it, I feel so discouraged and unhappy. And I feel as if my safe space has been invaded. And what is that thing? It is the corruption of reading and writing by AI. So we all know how it is with AI, how the tech companies are really pushing to make AI a vital part of our lives, whether we like it or not, or so it seems. So not only has AI has invaded other parts of our life to the extent that there are things like AI spouses or girlfriends. AI has also invaded the reading and writing space. So in the course of 2025, I heard things and I even watched videos to the effect that people, writers, were using AI to write, they were basically asking AI to write novels for them. And not only that, of course, AI will spew out something that is emotionless, lifeless, and lacks character. They went a step further by plagiarizing people's work and then putting it into AI. Basically, you steal somebody's work and efforts, maybe a book that somebody has written, feed it to AI and just ask the AI to make changes to it or to personalize it for you. And then the person will bring it out as his or her own work. When I heard such stories or when I watched such content, I was really discouraged. And I, for one, if you have been a member of me, have been watching my channel, you know I have a bias for old books. That is just one of the reasons. All the books that have been printed now, I'm not bashing anybody, they are basically a lot of good books that have been printed in recent years. But most of the things that have been printed in recent years they have no depth. They are not engaging to me as a person. So I usually have this bias for older books or books that were printed at least before the year 2000s. That's just me. For me, they have more depth. They are more engaging for me. They're more interesting for me. They challenge me. That is it basically. So AI basically invaded the reading and writing space. So that is on the part of writers. There was even a case where a whole book has been published and sent out, and then readers were now like somebody was saying like on page 14, and then you know how when you prompt AI, then at the end the AI will just make a suggestion for you, asking you if you want more suggestions and all that. The writer forgot to delete that AI prompt, that phrase or whatever that the AI typed, and then the thing was printed together with the final copy of the book, and then readers got to see it rather. And I'm like, wow, this it has become so bad because not only is this particular writer not writing the book herself, she is not also reading it. So she is neither a writer nor a reader, and then she wants to put out things for us to spend our money on and purchase. Because if she had read the final copy, she would have noticed that that thing that is not supposed to be that phrase that was put there by the AI, and then remove it. But obviously, she's not only not a writer, she's not also a reader. And then, right from time, I've always known by meticulousness is a trait of authors and artists. So This particular individual is not even meticulous. So, all in all, this person should have nothing to do with books, and yet she wants to publish and then for us to read. So, I would like in 2026 for guys, please keep AI out of arts generally, and then books as part of arts, artistic expression. Keep AI. For the fact you're using AI, it is no longer art, in my opinion. So I would like for us to keep AI out of writing and out of reading. Then in the area of reading, I also came across a video where a lady was claiming that she could read 100 books in a day. How possible is it? AI. Basically, she took these books, typed in their names, and then asked AI to summarize these books for her. And she did it for 100 books. And the summaries were like 4 or 5 lines, which you can read in 2 minutes. So she read these 4 or 5 lines for each and every book. And she was able to read 100 of these summaries in a particular 24-hour period. And then she came out and was claiming that she read 100 books in a day. And I'm wondering, what is the rush to read 100 books in a day? Yes, some people get paid for reading books, but then, as an individual, what is your gain from reading? What do you hope to gain from reading? Maybe the money, as they will say. But it has just bastardized reading. And whenever I come across such reports or such content, books and reading is something I hold dear. So it really hurts me to come across such things. People that do such things, they are not readers. Neither are they writers. Neither do they love books. They are just in it for the money. And then, as with everything in life, once people that do not have a passion for something, but see an opportunity to make money from that thing, once they show up, automatically you start to get such reports. It's like that for every single endeavor in life, be it music, be it academics, be it arts, as in other aspects of the arts. So that is what I would love for readers, real readers and real writers out there. Please do not allow AI to corrupt your work. Give us yourself. Give us your humanity. That is what we want to see. Evoke emotions in us. Make us think, make us cry, make us laugh. AI is not going to do those things for us. Please. I am begging, basically. Real readers read only real writers. That is just what we are going to do. Because if we do not patronize those AI writers, as it were, I think the industry will die. So this is what I basically do not want to see or hear of in 2026, so that we all can have, at least me as a person, can have a pleasurable and peaceful reading experience. So that's it, guys. That was my rant. See you in the next one. Bye.